Hey guys, Xoranath here. Today we're going to take a look at some of my territory war attacks for today. We are looking at the ongoing battle between Bagel Bites and X Forces ESP. Still pretty early here, just a couple hours into this match. But I just wanted to give you guys some context for the attacks you're seeing. I don't often show the territory war map, but yeah, this is what we look like right now. It's about 12 p.m. my time. Yeah, and the other thing I'm going to try to do is definitely hear the feedback about trying to give some more commentary on some of the attacks. So I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to walk you through why I picked the teams I picked and kind of what I saw on the defenses that I was hitting. So let me know if you find this video more helpful than maybe some of the other ones, and definitely appreciate the feedback, and if there's things I do that you guys like, let me know. And it's okay to give constructive feedback too. So let me know down in the comments how you guys feel about that. So with that, we'll hop into my my replays here. All right, guys. So for this one, we have a Merc Mommy, Green Bear, Red Nurse defense. So anytime I see that, I immediately think a dome offense is probably the solution here. So the idea is we have two ignore defense hitters with the red dome and the green dome, and then the light robo here is for the cooldown reduction, the attack bar boost, defense up, and then heals. So it's just kind of like a perfect support unit for this team here. And of course the defense, the way it works is exploiting the interaction between the blue Merc Mommy and the green Bear. So Merc Mommy will go first every time Bear goes to sleep, or not every time, but whenever the passive for the Merc Mommy, it's going to trigger that, and then they just have the Red Nurse in there for heals and sustain. So yeah, let's take a look at this. So Merc Mommy does its thing, gets invincible for a turn. We boost up. All right, now I did go for a quick kill onto the Red Nurse here. I actually survived with just a little bit of HP. And the reason I did that is my green dome is going to be able to kill the bear immediately after. So rather than take out the bear right away, red into green and or red into red, green into green is easier than red into green, green into red, right? So that's the thinking with why I did what I did there. I got greedy and just went for the kill on the bear. I did leave the nurse with a little bit of health, which is, always annoying. Not really too afraid of dying here, though, so even if the nurse heals back up, I'm not too worried about it. Finishing it off with the S3 there, and then just a matter of waiting for the S3 on the green dome. Okay guys, so for this one, they have a red specialist, the dark pumpkin, and the blue sorcerer. So it's, immediately it's a control team. The way their team works is the pumpkin is a high base speed unit. It goes first. Hopefully the AI cooperates and boosts the other two units. And it will also give them the effect up. And then what I'm guessing they're trying to do is that it's, going to boost with the pumpkin, going to strip with the red specialist here, and then reset my attack bar with the blue sorcerer, and then they're going to try to just outcycle me and be really fast and just try to keep my attack bar down. Ways to counter things like this, right? So two things come to mind. One is just if you outspeed this team, you will probably win, but that's, it's going to depend on your gears, and seeing a dark pumpkin in there, you're going to probably have to use your fastest gears, and you might not go first, so a little risky. An alternative way is just banking that you have higher resistance than they have accuracy, which is the strategy I have here. So I brought in a resistance lead, high res units, and a source of immunity and a source of strip. Or not strip, but a source of cleanse. So that's my thinking for the team that I brought in here. So we'll let this go. They're going to boost. The red specialist there derped, so it didn't do its cleanse or its strip, so the green specialist still has immunity, but I didn't have immunity on these other two units here, so sorcerer is still going to do his little attack bar thing. Did work on the light bear, but not onto the red nurse. Good resistance there, and of course immunity on the green specialist there, and then, you know, Light Bear's doing his attack thing. So I boosted up the Light Bear, just trying to get him. He's my main damage dealer, right? So just trying to get him up and moving. Yeah, not much to say about those. Just picking them off. Next one here, so we have a red Man-at-Arms, the blue Archon, and the red Sorcerer. So very tanky team, definitely a turn 2 team. What I don't see here is any way to cleanse things, and I'm assuming they're going to be relatively slow. So those factors, you know, push me to, hey, let's bring in a fast control team. So that's what we have here. So we brought in the red specialist, Dark Nurse, and the Light Maid. Our plan is really just it's control the enemy team, so keep stuns up, keep their attack bar pushed back, and then also try to throw Oblivion onto the red Sorcerer here to get rid of that annoying passive. So we'll start out with the strip, but good resistance on this Man-at-Arms, able to resist the strip there. So that was, you know, I don't know what their gears are, obviously, but I can tell that there's a good amount of resistance, so very good on that. And there, see, getting the Oblivion onto the red Sorcerer here, so he can't do his little heals and doesn't have the death prevent. Big damage coming off of that Man-at-Arms too. Took out the Sorcerer, and we got the strip there, so you can see that's the main thing we're trying to do is strip off the immunity off the Man-at-Arms, throw up the dots, and, you know, keep stuns up. So now we have to try a 2-man this. A little scarier because the Man-at-Arms we now know has high resistance and good damage, so here's a good build on it. Getting that Oblivion back up. We do our S3, finish off the Sorcerer, and the cool thing about the S3 here is, besides pushback, is all the increased cooldown on the red Man-at-Arms here. So red Man-at-Arms, it's kind of a double-edged sword though, because now it can counterattack with the S3, but it's not going to be able to put up its immunity. So you know, it's easier for us to get those stuns onto it. And I am working on getting rid of the Man-at-Arms first. Yeah, this blue Archon just isn't doing enough damage here to you know, really finish this off, and big damage coming out of the Dark Nurse there to end this one. Okay, for this next one, this was a 4-star tower. I saw, so this is Dark Pirate, Light Wisp, and Dark Police. So things with this is there's no speed lead on it, there's no fire units, and I'm guessing a lot of these have some good defense on them, so this seemed like a good candidate for just a Bookworm strike. So I just brought in 2 units, so Bookworm to kill everything, and then we have the Red Hog here just to boost it and give it attack boost. So boost attack bar and the, you know, the attack buff. So if we go first, then we just do our S3 and finish them off. Okay, this next one, we have a red Archon, blue Robo, and the green Bear. So kind of a eclectic mix of units. My thinking here was, I see green Bear, I says, how am I going to kill the green Bear? So I thought a red assassin team could be good here. So my thinking is going to try to kill off the green Bear right away, boost it back up with the light hog, and then kill off the Archon. And then in these situations where they just have 2 kind of bruisery units and then a single support, then we just have to 3v1 the support, and that's, you know, almost a guaranteed win at that point. So provided we do enough damage here, you know, that's the game plan. Of course, we have the blue ant here also for some extra strip and defense break and attack bar boost. So it's just a good initiator. So let's see how this one went. So there's the initiator. Then we do our S3 into the bear. Good 40,000 hit into it. One shot it. Then we have our light hog ready to boost it back up. And then we kill off the red, Archon. So it went exactly like I was trying to plan it out. And then we just have to 3v1 blue robo here. A little annoying because we're going red into blue, but at some point we will just not crit. Alright, for this next one, so they have a red specialist lead, they have a blue twin blade, and a blue music queen. So this signals to me, you know, they have a speed lead, they have a speed-based damage dealer, and they have an attack booster. So I'm assuming that this team is meant to be very fast. So one way to counter very fast teams is to bring in the Tree Barbarian, so bring their speed down. So the second you bring in the Tree Barbarian, the blue Twin Blades damage is greatly reduced just from having its speed pushed down. And then with this, I brought in the dark, or the tree little robo guy here. A couple reasons. So we have a defense lead for tree, and this is a defense-based bomber. So if we increase his defense, his bomb, he's going to do a whole bunch more damage. They don't have any cleanse on this team, really. So, you know, bombs are always a good choice whenever the enemy can't get rid of them. And I brought in all tree team here because really the threat on this team is the blue twin blade. So once we've taken away his speed, and then now he's at element disadvantage for all of his hits, he is pretty much out of this match, right? We are a disadvantage versus the red specialist, but red specialist isn't really a damage dealer. So I'm not really worried about it taking us down. And then we have the green Iron Fist here in case anything weird happens. So we have heals, we have immunity, we can boost defense on our bomber, and we can also revive. So pretty safe offense coming into this. So let's see how it went. So what I did there with the Barbarian was I hit into their booster, so now their turn cycling is off, right? So now they didn't get the attack boost on everybody. So not only is the water twin blade slow, hitting into element disadvantage, he's not going to have the attack boost. So just knocking out their turn order there just with an S1 from the Tree Barbarian has already kind of foiled their their tuning. And there's a bomb. And then so with the, and this Tree Robo is a really cool unit if you guys haven't used it. So we put the bomb down, and it also absorbs attack bar. And then look how fast, we basically got to go 2 turns in a row. And then now we're going to do leap, which is basically going to just detonate this bomb. So we just sniped off the twin blade with the green Robo here. Of course, we do have to worry about, the strip and stun coming out of the specialist here, but able to just cycle through it because we're not really being outsped, and then getting the bomb down again. Yeah, this was a really fun offense. I really liked going into this one. It was a good time. Okay, so what I see here is the bookworm. So immediately they're trying to cleave. The way this team works is they're going to boost with the turtle. They're going to put defense down and strip, and potentially put some dots and things down with the dark witch, and then just cleave and finish things off with the bookworm, and then they have the attack lead. Makes sense on paper. Basically they need this to be very fast because they don't have a speed lead. So if we go in basically with the same concept, we're going to try to bookworm them. If we're faster, we win, right? It's kind of like a who's faster, right? Now, this was interesting because they were actually faster than the team I brought in here. I didn't bring a speed lead either. I could have put the hog over there, or brought a speed lead or something, but didn't feel like it. So the one thing though is the AI is pretty bad, and the turtle didn't cooperate. So the turtle didn't do the boost attack. So although they went first, in reality I go first because I'm doing my boost. And then here's the bookworm strike just to finish it off. Okay, so for this defense, they have a defense lead with the red Merc Mommy, a high defense unit. They have a cleanser with the blue Electro, and then they have just a all-around good bruiser with the green tree guy here. What I did was I brought in my double snipe team, and the reason I did, we have a lot of ignore defense damage on this team. So both the Annihilator and the Dark Clock do ignore defense. So if they have a defense lead, right, they don't have an HP lead or something. So I know they're not getting the extra HP from that. And we could just ignore the defense, right? And so what I see here, why I brought this in particular, they have two potentially kind of tanky defense kind of units with the red Merc Bomby and the green Man-at-Arms here. So my thinking is if we can snipe those two off, then we just have to 3v1 the blue Electro here. So we start out, we boost. So we have attack up on our units. We start out with our dark Clockwork here. Try to snipe off the Man-at-Arms, but good HP on that Man-at-Arms. If they had an HP lead, it would be, even higher chance of surviving, but, with the defense lead, very close there. We do just finish it off with, our second strike here. I didn't do the ignore defense hit from the blue Annihilator, though, so we still have it. We just need to cycle back to it. And, of course, the red unit is not going to hit into our Annihilator. It's going to hit into our either red unit or the Clockwork, and then blue unit is going to hit into the Robo, right? So Robo's tanking all of this. We get one hit onto the Merc Bomby there, and really we're trying to get rid of that Merc Bomby. And then there's a big hit with the Annihilator here, a good 50,000 into it. And without an HP lead, it's just so hard to survive that. And then we do have to kill the Electro twice, which, it could 3v1 this. And finishing it off with the Annihilator there. Okay, guys, so for this, so they have an HP lead with the blue Specialist. They have a Light Bear and then the red Sorcerer. So, a tanky team. They're expecting this to be a longer match. They have Kill Prevent and Sustain. And, one of the best counters in the game right now, which is pretty much a hard counter at this point to Light Bear, is the Dark Joker. So I just brought a Dark Joker offense here. Brought my own Sustain and support units, basically just to keep these the Dark Joker alive. And then I have an attack lead. So here the idea is, so Dark Joker is a hard counter to Light Bear, but you want to save Light Bear for last because you need to kill off all the things that can kill the Joker. Particularly the blue Specialist is the biggest threat here because it can put dots on me. So that's the unit I want to kill first. Sometimes we have to play it by ear a little bit and just kind of hit whatever has low HP. But I am trying to take out the blue Specialist first, and then also when the red Specialist goes, I do try to hit their red Sorcerer to try to just get a stun on it. So I'm going red into red instead of red into blue. But otherwise, just finishing off that Specialist, and then next we want to hit into the Sorcerer, but he's cloaked right now, so we're going to do a couple hits into the Light Bear. And then once we get rid of the Sorcerer, it's GG. It just throw it on auto because the Light Bear isn't going to be able to take out this Dark Joker unless it has 0 crit. And even if it has 0 crit, it's still going to have a very high chance to crit because of the passive on the Dark Joker and the element advantage. Yeah, and red Sorcerer isn't really going to be able to do enough damage to kill anything here. So, yeah, it's pretty high odds in our favor. Yeah, and like I said, at this point, we can just auto this because there's just nothing Light Bear can do to beat Dark Joker. Okay, for this one, they have, they have a red Specialist, Dark Dome, and Dark Nurse. So this is a control team we're going up against, right? So what I brought in here is the main counter is this blue fairy. So if they throw a bunch of debuffs on us, provided the blue fairy isn't stunned, we can just flip them back over to the enemy team. We have the green puppet here for sustain and cleanse, and just in case something goes wrong, we can prevent one death. And then red Man-at-Arms is our main damage dealer for this battle. So there's the first wave. Bunch of debuffs come on to us. Good thing our blue fairy did not get stunned, didn't get oblivioned, and resisted the dome strike. So now we took all the debuffs, healed up, and then threw them onto the Dark Nurse there. So just taking advantage of all the things they're throwing at us and just throwing them back. So yeah, here we're gonna do a big strike into the Dark Nurse, taking it out. Next, we just wait for the well, not wait, but just whenever we get the our flippy flop buff attack back for the fairy. So we have some stuns and defense breaks here. So I think maybe next turn we get that back. Yep, here we go. So put the defense down, the stun, and the paralysis onto the red guy here. And there's the defense break. So we're going to try to target where the defense break is for the damage. So here comes a big hit. Yeah, 23k. And at this point, it's just a matter of who can we kill. So I thought we could kill off the dome there with that strike, so we got rid of it. Yeah, not much the red specialist can do at that point. So there we go. Those were my territory war attacks for today. We did manage to go 10 wins today, so you know, it was a good day for territory war attacks. Yeah, let me know what you guys thought about this video. If you like me taking more time to talk through some of the attacks, or if you just enjoy the fast-paced action and just want to see matches. I could also see, I could see both sides of that. So, you know, let me know what you guys kind of prefer. But thank you guys so much for watching. You know, give the video a like if you like the video, subscribe if you guys haven't, and we will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.